The lightweights take the stage this Saturday night in a battle to see who's going to be in the top 15 of this very stacked lightweight division. What's going on, everybody? My name is David Hansen, and I'm going to break it all down for you this Saturday night. Arman Tsaruykan is taking on Joel Alvarez, and it is going to be a great fight. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got Arman Tsaruykan, 17-2. Joel Alvarez, 19-2. Tsaruykan, the younger fighter by about 3 years. Tsaruykan also the shorter fighter and with the shorter reach. That is going to be very interesting to see how Tsaruykan is going to play this out in the fight this Saturday night. As you can see, Joel Alvarez, 6'3", Tsaruykan 5'7", 8-inch height advantage for Alvarez, 4.5-inch reach advantage for Alvarez as well. And let's go ahead and take a look at the rankings here. Arman Tsaruykan sits at number 13. Alvarez has not cracked into the top 15 yet. With a win over Tsaruykan, I would be sure that Alvarez would crack into the top 15. Arman Tsaruykan, 17-2, 6 by knockout, 5 by submission, and 6 by decision. He's 4-1 in his last 5. Christos Giagos is his last fight. He had a fantastic knockout over Giagos in his last fight back in September of 2021. It was a fantastic dispatch of him. He went in and just completely walked him down as long as the fight lasted. Landed a beautiful left hook, put his lights out. Fight before that, he took on Matt the Steamroller Frivola back at UFC 257 at McGregor versus Poirier 2. Very nice performance he had by there. Although Tsaruykan missed weight in this performance, nonetheless, it was a beautiful performance. And before that, I believe I would say his most impressive performance says his loss to Islam Makhachev. His win over Davi Ramos. That was a very, very great performance, in my opinion, for Arman Tsaruykan. Let's take a look at Alvarez here. Alvarez, 19-2, 3 by knockout, 16 by submission, and 0 by decision. So, you can see, Alvarez is a finishing machine. He doesn't like to let the judges get into this. You can see round 1, round 1, round 1, round 2. Round 3, his only loss is not his only loss, but his only decision is a loss to Damir Ismagulov. So, all of these fights that he's winning, he's finishing these guys. So, his last performance, very impressive over Thiago Moises. Completely just dispatched him in the first round. Elbows, punches. And if you go back and you look at the Thiago Moises versus Islam Makhachev fight, it took Islam Makhachev 4 rounds to get rid of Thiago Moises. Now, the height and reach could have played a major factor in this fight, but nonetheless, he took out Thiago Moises, which was a very great win in my opinion. Before that, he had a nice submission over Alexander Yakovlev. Very nice submission. He went out there and took Yakovlev out. He went out there and he's taken his last 3 opponents out in very impressive fashion. Joseph Duffy is a very good fighter. And as Joseph Duffy was entering the takedown, he snapped that guillotine on so quick. It was no joke. But the big thing about Alvarez is he's been missing weight. He's very big for the weight class. Alvarez, in his fight against Yakovlev, 159.5 pounds. In his fight against Thiago Moises, 157.5 pounds. So, it's going to be very interesting to see what Alvarez comes in on the scale on weigh-in day. Tsaruykan, you can see against Matt Frivola, he did miss weight, but I don't think it's going to be a problem come weigh-in time. Let's take a look at the stats. Like I said, 6'3" versus 5'7". That's an 8-inch height advantage and a 4. It says 5 here. 4.5 to 5-inch reach advantage for Alvarez. Strikes landed per minute. Tsaruykan doesn't get hit that much. He averages 3.59 per 15 minutes, or sorry, not per 15 minutes, 3.59 per minute, while he only gets hit on average per minute 1.4 strikes. While on the other hand, Joel Alvarez, he gets hit a lot more, 3.9 landed per minute versus 3.34. He's almost at an even differential, which is not good. So if you go look at the grappling, takedowns average 3.38 for Tsaruykan at a 34% takedown accuracy rate. So he gets the takedown, not very accurate. He gets the takedown eventually, but sometimes it takes him a minute to finally get the takedown. And his takedown defense is very good. You can see Joel Alvarez has big fat zeros on his takedowns. He doesn't take people down a lot. His submissions are mainly from the bottom. His guillotines, his arm bars, his submission chokes, or his guillotines, his arm bars, his Bravo chokes. He doesn't get he doesn't take a lot of people down. And so with that being said, Arman Tsaruykan, he needs to be very, very careful when he enters in on that takedown. In my opinion, this is gonna be the key to Tsaruykan's win here. Is he's gonna need to get inside. He's gonna need to take the steam off of Alvarez. Alvarez is gonna come in hot and heavy in this first round and try to dispatch of Arman Tsaruykan. But as the fight goes on, I think it's going to end up weighing in Tsaruykan's favor. I don't think he's going to be able to finish Alvarez. Alvarez is shown to be pretty tough in his fights, but I think as the fight goes on, I think Tsaruykan is going to wear Joel Alvarez down and take it by decision. I'm going Tsaruykan by decision. I think it's going to be a great fight. Tsaruykan has been gunning for Makhachev, and so this is going to be a very key fight for him to win if he's going to be wanting to go up toward Islam Makhachev. He's number 13 in the rankings now. Islam Makhachev is number 4 in the rankings, and so this is a very key win for both of these fighters. If Alvarez wants to crack into the top 15, he needs to win. If Tsaruykan wants to ascend into the top 10, top 5, he needs to win. But like I said, I'm going Tsaruykan by decision. I think it's going to be a great fight. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media at DHansenMMA. And check out all the content I'm going to be coming out with in the very near future. Thanks for watching.